casket with a baseball pattern on it, and then there's a ball and a mitt on top of the casket. This kid was very into baseball. It seems like his entire personality was baseball. Then there's this part which is never really explained, where everybody thinks that the only person still standing there is Stan, who's Eddie's dad. And he picks up a picture of Eddie, and he's just kind of looking, and then it cuts to this guy, who's just some janitor-looking guy named Sam, and he's just standing there watching him, looking like he's almost about to cry, or like he's having this epiphany or something. Almost as if he's never seen anybody mourn before, even though he clearly works at a cemetery. So then there's lots more shots of people being sad, and then we come to 2 years later. There's a little title card on the screen that says 2 years later. One interesting thing I noticed about this is I was wondering why this title card looks so plain. It's like a very plain font. It looks very generic, and then I realized that this is the most default title that you can make in Final Cut. Like if you were to just drag a basic title into Final Cut, which is the editing software that I use, if you type 2 years later, you will get this exact title. So you can tell it's the putting a line working right after that. Is looking forward to seeing Steve and sleeping on top. But it makes me just a flashback to how many died. It was like standing sitting on a ride a bike, getting the bike ready, and laughing. Like some hilarious business. When he takes Eddie's screen wheels off and floats on his shoulder like that, I like how he does it like that. Like the look on his face looks like he's floating with his mind. Like when he's crazy. And he's just like, yeah, it's not the time to we're going to so they're ready to tell us now. So Eddie gets on the bike right as this wait, I mean, it's no possible way you can have no time to do that, right? I mean, not that I just might blow it up and like turn into a shot.
His hands are broke. Oh no, it's hitting the town.
Looked at her like, what? Like this? Ew. It just last time Stanley looked at you like this? But to give the friend some credit, she is right. Stanley hasn't been appreciating her as much. As we see in the next scene, they're both home from work, or Lisa's home from work, and Stan is home from watching girls play baseball. Lisa's trying to talk to him, but Stanley's clearly not listening. Eventually, she asks him how his book is going, and he just gets pissed off and leaves.
Well, so you want to nag me now?
I'm not trying to nag you. I just wish that you would talk to me.
Do you want me to clean the garage or you want me to write the book? You know what, never mind, forget it. Close the garage.
I like how he throws the magazine like that as he walks out. That's like a signature move. He throws the magazine like that, he throws the training wheels like that, he just throws everything like that. He just, I don't care. This magazine, don't give a shit. Son's safety, don't give a shit. So right from the start, I feel like this movie is making me hate the main character. I feel like usually the main character, it can be a little bit flawed, but it's supposed to be mostly, like, redeemable. So you're supposed to be rooting for him, but I'm pretty sure I'm rooting for everybody except this guy. I mean, sure, his son died, which one could say is a traumatic experience. So, like, show us something good about him so that we want to root for him a little bit. He hasn't done anything good so far. You might think all this tension between Lisa and Stan might make Lisa want to consider having an affair with that guy that she mentioned earlier, but I usually never see it never comes up in the rest of the movie. So the next day there's a big garage sale in the neighborhood. Lisa goes through some of their old stuff, puts it in the box, and then she goes into Eddie's room. And then he gets all sad. He's looking at all of his old stuff, like his little pictures and baseball stuff, and his little red cowboy boots that he used to wear when he was a cowboy that played baseball. And she decides that it's time that she gets rid of some of his stuff. So she opens up a drawer and gets rid of all of his shirts, which is like 3 of them, and his baseball jersey. So like 3 shirts and a baseball jersey. I guess this kid did not have a very diverse wardrobe. He just had 3 shirts, a baseball jersey, and a little cowboy boots. But by now you're probably wondering when this lamp comes into play. What's this lamp all about? The movie's called The Lamp. Just believe. So where's the lamp? Well, when we get to the garage sale, Miss Esther, who's, the foster mother of all the foster kids that they were talking about earlier, she brings this lamp to the garage sale. She makes a big deal about it, talks about what an amazing lamp it is.
Oh, this is a very special lamp. This lamp is going to bring its new owner the wisdom of the ages.
It kind of seems like this movie must take place in a universe where they don't have Aladdin, or like the stories of genies in a lamp, because nobody sees the lamp and is like, oh, like Aladdin, it looks like the lamp from Aladdin. Everybody's just kind of like, okay, weird old thing. Meanwhile, Stan is back in the crib writing his book like he does every day. This time he's got Microsoft Word open and he has 2 words written. But then he gets fed up because he can't figure out what happiness is, so he decides to bounce again. Let's get out of here, dude. Let's go out and positive Stan. This place fucking sucks. He sounds like a high schooler at a late party. Let's get out of here, dude. Writing books is for nerds. And I'm not a fucking nerd. I'm gonna go watch kids play baseball here. Uh-oh, but before he leaves, he notices that a drawer in Eddie's room is open and all of Eddie's shirts are gone. All 3 of them. He is pissed. Then, of course, when Lisa gets home, there is a big fight. Because Stan is mad that Lisa got rid of his stuff, Lisa's mad because Stan's not over Eddie yet. I'm confused because there's like 3 globes in the background. Why do they have so many globes in their house? Why would you ever need that many? Especially in the era of Google Maps. Like, why do you even need 1 globe, let alone 3 in 1 location?
And you're gonna just take every single thing that we have left of them, and you're gonna sell it to the highest bidder? And you bring home this? What is this?
Why is he so mad about the lamp? I understand him being mad about her selling the stuff, but why is he mad that she brought home the lamp? Can you bring home this? What is this? I don't know what this is, but it pisses me off. And can you guess what he does next? Can you guess? He bounces. He's out of there.
Just believe. I wish I could.
Ooh, she's rubbing the lamp. You know what that means. While she's rubbing the lamp, all of a sudden all the lights flicker, turn on and off, and then a mysterious man appears at the door.
Can I help you?
Well, actually, I'm here to help you.
And he's like, please let me in. I'm here to help you. And he signs her business card. The business card just says, just believe Charles Montgomery III. So not a very descriptive business card. Doesn't really help her figure out what's going on at all, actually.
Yep.
He's so happy. I wish everybody did that when you open the door for them. Just stand there silently for 10 seconds, like...
Just let you tell them like I'm
Wait, so they know what Genie's on? He knows that Genie's a modifier translation, but he just didn't put that together, like that was a genie-looking lamp? That's like the first thing I would say if I saw a lamp like that in real life. I would be like, that looks like a genie's gonna come out of it, but nobody made that connection before. Anyways, Charles Montgomery III is apparently not a genie. He kind of gets offended when she asks.
Genie's, take a chip.
Instead, he says he's a messenger. He's here to deliver a message to Lisa. He's here to tell Lisa how she can have anything she wants in life and achieve anything. So Lisa seems intrigued and is about to try her out when suddenly Stan comes up and he disappears.
Here you go.
Taking Charles.
This interaction is so unnatural, and you can tell that it only exists to drive the plot forward, because like this interaction would never happen normally. You wouldn't walk into a room where someone is sitting on a couch about to attack you and say, what are you doing? And why would you come back to this huge argument and just open the door and be like, what's up? What are you doing? And then Lisa turns around and she's like, I'm talking to Charles. You know Charles, the man you've never met or seen before, who just showed up out of nowhere. I'm not going to explain who Charles is. I'm not even going to look to make sure he's still there. I'm just going to say, talking to Charles. So Lisa's all freaked out that Charles disappeared, and she tries to explain what happened. But then this dude shows up, and Stan's just like, I want a divorce. And then they go to bed. The next day, Stan is back at the baseball field, and his friend Sam comes up to him again.
Look at this coach. He has no idea what he's doing. He's doing the best he can. They could really use someone who knows what he's doing. For me, not interested. So, maybe this will help you with your life. What do you know about minds? I'm sorry.
Mind your own business. You don't know me. You don't know what I need. Then he comes home without the dog that he just had at the park, so that's kind of concerning. And then they start fighting.
Lisa, there is no magic genie that would come out of this lamp and make everything okay again. You want to know what's real? I'll show you what's real.
Stan, what are you doing? Stan, what are you doing?
There is no genie.
Holy shit, the lamp's back. And so is the dog. They got all the park over at the place. So he tries to break the lamp again. Lisa chases after him again.
No! Stanley, stop!
I wish this was just the rest of the movie. Stan losing his mind, running outside and smashing the lamp and coming back in and it's still there. And meanwhile, Lisa chasing him the whole time like, Stan, stop!
Take a look, Lisa. It's a big hunk of metal.
You're just mean.
There's nothing magical about it.
Jesus, this dude is so mean. I'm not rooting for this guy at all. I honestly feel like he deserves to just be sad. He definitely doesn't deserve a genie. Nope, but there's a genie. Why is the genie cool with Stan seeing it now? Earlier he disappeared when Stan showed up, so he obviously didn't want Stan to see him then, but now he's cool with just appearing in the middle of their kitchen and being like, have a seat, Stan, I'm a genie. Actually, he's not a genie. Stan asks if he's a genie and he gets offended again.
You really are the genie. That's good.
Got a genie? Ew! Gross! Ugh. Anyways, he says the same thing as he said before. He's a messenger, he's come to tell them how they can have anything they want. And the way that they can have anything they want is by just believing.
You can have anything in life you want, including happiness. To just believe.
Like the title of the movie. Nice.
You know, it would be easier if you were a genie. Just grant me 3 wishes and I could just force myself on things like that. 3 wishes. That's not what I would normally do, but if it would help you, then 3 wishes it is.
And he says as long as the wishes don't interfere with other people's free will, bring people back to life, and the wishes aren't something that they could do on their own, then he will grant them 3 wishes, and they have 30 days to decide what they want their wishes to be. This movie has such a weird mythology that it sets up. It's like, there's no such thing as genies. Nobody's gonna come out of a lamp and grant all your wishes. Instead, when you rub a lamp, it's just gonna be this dude named Charles. Just this guy is gonna show up, and he's gonna tell you to believe in yourself. He's not a genie, so don't ask him if he is one. He's not gonna grant you wishes. Unless you ask him to, and then he will. And he'll grant you whatever wishes you want. So, Charles says they have 30 days to decide what they want their wishes to be, and then he disappears. This next part, we finally get introduced to Josh. Josh and one of the other foster kids are playing catch.